Hello everyone, we have our news for the week, so let's take a look. Maintenance, normal time as usual. Ending with maintenance is the Clash of Wills, so if you haven't finished doing everything with that, you have till maintenance to finish up. New this week is a couple things. So first of all, we're getting our Wilhelm and the start of Overdrive Mechanics, and we're also getting the Final Fantasy 16 World Divisions. So first of all, we have the normal login for Wilhelm, 30 shards, a couple extra things here and there. Now, it does look like he is premium, but it also lists that his shards are in the banner shop. So, if that is actually true, that is quite nice, because it does look like he is a premium unit. Fauna Lapis, no changes there. So, Drive Shift is the overdrive functionality. Essentially, it's tied to categories, the special categories, Rebellion, Clash of Wills, Guardians, and all that. So each unit will have an overdrive for one category. You want the rest of the team to essentially be that category. Every time they take an action, it will fill the overdrive on the unit by 1. You need 10 total to activate the overdrive. The first ones, I don't know if it's going to be true for all of them, but the first ones have only a couple of uses per fight. And they take 10 to use, so that's essentially 2 turns of taking actions if the entire team matches the category. The unit with the overdrive does not waste their turn activating it, and it's essentially just stat buffs that are that stack with everything. So it's going to be either 200 or 300. EX level will determine what buff it is on the unit. I think EX1 is when they get the better version. And it just stacks with everything else. So nice little power boost. This here just goes into all the little details there. But the good news is the unit that activates the overdrive does not waste their turn, so you can activate it at the beginning of the burst turn, and then they can still add into damage afterwards. So going to take a little bit of getting used to. It's going to change team building a little bit, as we're going to focus more on the special categories than elementals per se. We have new cards. So first of all, the card for Wilhelm, we get it at just EX3, which means that he should be premium, even if his shards are in the shop there. So 170 attack and defense, 80% attack and defense, 1,000 flat attack and defense, 100% limit damage, 100% health. We get 50% Beast Fairy and Bird Killer. And then just for Wilhelm, another 300 flat attack and defense. So nice to see attack and defense on the card overall. And then a special limited card. So we got nice Malphasia artwork there. 1,500 health, 160 attack and magic, 60% attack and magic, 50% fire, wind, dark resist, 75 insect and bird killer. Active ability. And you can cast this on somebody else, which is very nice. It looks like it's a stacking killer, but there is 4 different killers. So it's demon, human, insect, and bird. So hopefully if this stacks to 250 for all the killers, this might be a pretty decent card. We'll have to wait to see what the numbers on that are, but haven't used the killer cards too much in the past. But every now and then they are handy. So one with the 4 different killers on it should be quite nice, especially with Zahn. And then Brave Exvius only gets 600 attack and magic there. So we'll need to see what the numbers on those killers are. More of the main story, which is nice. These are always short lately, so it shouldn't take too long to get caught back up. But I do actually like the main story, so nice to see every time they add a little bit of that. So they're doing some updates for the accessory and masks, the special items for Clash. And it looks like they're making them decently useful. So the mask will go up to 120 attack and magic. The special abilities look like they're unchanged. It looks like it's just going to be attack and magic stats up. So coat goes up to 160. Pendant goes up to 100 to all stats. The crown goes 140 attack and magic. Robe 160 attack and magic. And the bracer 100 to all stats. So essentially making them more useful in main forms than just waiting around and putting them in secondary forms, especially with how many super limit burst units there are lately. So that helps. And it looks like we are getting the next Clash of Wills shop, so this is the Volt Exchange. Now, technically, the Tempest, the old Clash of Wills shop, does not close until the 31st, according to what it says. We also, I don't remember them overlapping these drop shops before, so it might be wise to use up the rest of the Tempest currency that you have, just in case there's an issue. And it also looks like, essentially, we're going to get 2 Clash of Wills fights per shop for the season, and then we'll get extra drops through Dark Visions or whatever. Looks like some of these Volt drops are going to be in the World Divisions. And for the new shop, so units, Flaring Aether Rain, Curse of Immunity Melissa, Genesis, Roka, Stormseeker Esther, and Tulian. So anybody that doesn't have Melissa, this is a really good chance to get her. And also, if you don't have her at EX3, good chance to get a couple of copies to help out with that there, because she is super useful still. Other units are not bad. We get our 2 special materials. So first one, United as One, 100% attack and magic, 50% limit damage, and 200% chain speed, which is actually pretty nice. And Final Stand, so 100% equipment attack and magic, double hands, 100% dual wield attack and magic, 50% Beast, Fury, Bird, and Machine Killer. So that is a really nice material. You get 50% on killers with double hand or dual wield attack and magic. So both materials are nice as usual. So a decent shop overall, and nice to see the boosts. Gonna have to see how much those cost overall too. So we get our Final Fantasy 16 World Division. So standard World Division rules. Special drops to do the King Mog shop and also upgrade the items that we get. Shared rank 1. Always nice to see. So rank 1 does get the 10,000 Lapis. As far as items, we'll be able to craft and max out. So Broadsword 222. Two-handed sword. 50% attack and 25% limit damage. The 25% limit damage is always slightly annoying. Really wish they just stick to 50%. Accessory, 62 attack, 27 defense, 18 spirits, 50% beast killer. So decent attack with the killer on it, could be handy. Another two-handed sword, 232 attack. This one has 50% double hand attack on it. Accessories, 66 attack, 29 defense, 21 spirit, 4 limit crystals per turn, and 100% fill rate. So for units that we want to put fill rate on, useful item overall. Accessory, 89 attack, 31 defense, 24 spirit. For a free item, decent attack on that overall. And another accessory, 71 attack, 33 defense, 26 spirit, 30% mana and attack, and 25% limit damage. So decent attack, and the mana could actually be handy. There are some units that really struggle with mana. So the bonus for the drops is Final Fantasy 16 category only, which is a little limiting overall. We do get the one free, so after running through probably the first few areas here, we'll be able to get Jill for free as long as you've done the point farming from the other events. And looks like nothing special. Everything's going to open up on day 1, which is also nice. So we'll have fun with this. Probably run through the first few areas with my Ignore Everything team. And then we'll see if it's area 5 or 6 that's going to start the challenge. 7 might be a little tricky to cap because it might be centered around Neo Vision Plus at this point. So we'll have to see how that goes. And then we got our banner. So, Imperial Shield Wilhelm. So he has his card step up. Standard fear there. Looks like step 6 is no unit of choice. No pity ticket. You do need 15. So you get 5, and you can run through the card step up twice. But with no card on the on the last step, probably no point in getting 2 cards, honestly. And then his regular mana has the 2 pity tickets just in the 2 center steps. Secondary rate up, we got Hio, Lightning, Evoker, and Physalis. So Wilhelm himself listed as physical attacker and physical tank. So we'll have to see just how tanky he can be, because he's an NV plus too. So he should be decent damage. We'll have to see how they balance that out as well. So his overdrive is Clash of Wills category. So he not only starts off the overdrive, but also that's a pretty decent coverage for a category. So he's probably going to be worth picking up. We'll have to see just what the data mine in his kit has, but some of the JP units did get the Clash upgrade, which means they also have Clash of Wills tags. So EX3, his special materia, 500 flat attack for Clash of Wills units. Already looked at his card. Super Trust, heavy armor, 140 attack, 90 defense and spirits. And see, it looks like he gets the 500 flat attack, and physical tanks will get 500 flat defense from that. Regular Trust is a two-handed spear, 205 attack and defense, 100% health, and 1,000 flat attack and defense. Only Wilhelm can use the weapon. Leader skill. So he's a 1250 leader for attack and magic, 200 defense and spirit, and he covers a wind category. So we got wind, clash wind, and clash supports. In morale fights, defense and spirit goes up to 750 to match all the others. So interesting overall. This could boost up wind overall quite a bit, because wind has been one of the elements that's fallen a little bit behind, but our 8th anniversary units have wind in the kit as well to help out. Plus he's a pretty good leader overall there too. So it looks like they're giving him his 150 for fire, ice, lightning, wind, and light. So it looks like he's going to cover a bunch of elements too. So he does have a Magnus. It is rechargeable. And just says guard against damage. So not sure if this is going to be an Omni cover or just a physical cover, because usually Omni cover says any damage. But also has mitigation on there and fill morale. And then we get a cooldown. You can use every 5 turns. Boost attack, defense, spirits. Reduce physical and magic damage dealt by beast, fairy, and bird. And reduce physical damage for the entire party. So we got race mitigation for beast, fairy, and birds, which is nice. Attack, defense, and spirit buff. No magic. Not that he uses that at all, but you'll definitely need magic buffer on the team, depending on what those percentages are. Which, no LB buff on that either, so we'll bring somebody else to buff anyway. And really can't take a look at anything else until we get the data mine. Yeah, it looks like he might be a super limit burst unit. I actually don't see the usual information on him having a brave shift or a super limit burst. It seems to be replaced by the overdrive stuff. But overall, we'll wait for the data mine to see Depending on how good he is, I might go for him. Depending on the card, I might just decide to pull for the card. Overall, I'm gonna wait for the data mine to see, honestly. But there's a bit to look forward to. We'll have fun with the World of Visions for sure. And I'll decide what I'm doing for pulls after the data mine, and I get a look at everything. And that's pretty much all the information that we have. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.